a good time. We're gonna have a good time.
Please believe it. Please.
Yeah.
We need no filter on this one.
No, this is gonna be Black History.
A1 for day one.
Bitch, I kill you. All right. Full live.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Take him on the top.
The tippy.
Shimmy, yo.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Y'all doing today, Black History Month. We're here with a incredible guest of our town, Palm Beach County. Stand up. Riviera Beach, stand up.
West Palm.
Stand up.
Lake Worth.
If you don't know, stand up. Jevon White. What do we do? Lights out. Yes. What we do. Yeah. That's where we at. So we here today on Black History Month. One thing about Black History Month, it is the shortest month of the year. So what we gonna do is we're gonna try to capture what we can as much as possible in 28 days.
Yeah.
So we got Jevon White. He's what we call our actor department of our town.
Yeah.
He takes care of our actor department of our town. And if you don't know actor department of a town, can we talk about startup? Can we talk about daytime flicks as in fuck?
You need some help.
No.
You stuck.
No, I just watched
I'm just
Jeff
saying.
Bezos. You have to pay for him.
Do we need the official title? Because I know the official title.
Go ahead.
It's Bezos the Beginning, available on Apple as well as on Amazon Prime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Those of you out there that just
Dynasty.
Yeah,
that's where I got the brain for.
Okay, sorry.
Daytime, grandmas and aunties.
He gonna catch up now. He gonna
Dynasty.
catch up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got a whole catalog of stuff, and he's our hometown hero. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say the commercials because pull your Tropicana.
Yeah.
Pull your Tropicana.
He's in there. Yeah, he's in there. He's in there making some pollo.
Yes. And of course,
you
know, because I'm older than y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay attention to them insurance commercials.
Yes.
So y'all might have saw him on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield commercial.
Yes.
Yes. Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Yeah, Florida Blue.
Okay, Florida Blue.
A1C. Check your A1Cs.
Yeah.
Check your A1C. He got me checking mine.
Got
my homeboy.
I need Cologuard. I need all of that. I need.
How about the Home Depot?
Score.
How about the Home Depot when he was in the pool? Just swimming. And that came out year before last.
Yeah, Florida Lotto.
With the Lotto.
With people's deal. Yeah.
So I mean, you can actually like Google him and he just pops up. He's him. He's our hometown guy.
Mm-hmm.
So are we gonna allow him to introduce himself?
Yeah, but startup, man. I mean,
startup was
man.
I'm talking about Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
And I saw startup. My sister called me.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, Jevon in this thing,
and
on the thing," and I was like,
"Yeah,
oh, okay." But I watched it,
you
know, and I was like, "This is a good ass show."
Mm-hmm.
Like I was very impressed. I said, "Okay."
Hey,
right,
on Lifetime.
Yeah, Lifetime. We got,
but let him do it. Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I was fine. I mean, y'all doing a great job with
but I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Lifetime. They have several projects on Lifetime.
Okay.
I think Dying for a Crown.
Mm-hmm.
We got Love on the Line is another one.
Okay.
Another one is A Dangerous Affair, and I don't know, like a little bit more that's not out yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's some of my
now. Would you
stuff.
even mentioning the ones that you are, that already have premiered? But don't you have some projects that you're responsible for?
Yeah, I've done some project. Well, actually, like my first project was faith-based film titled "Pimped by Satan."
What?
Yeah.
I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Just off that title.
That was my first film that I wrote, I directed, and I starred in it as well.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was my first project I put into the Palm Beach International Film Festival, which they just started. They took like a 4-year hiatus, but they just came back this year. And that film, they showed clips of that on BET. I was interviewed by Melissa Ford at the Mar-a-Lago after the film festival.
Wow.
And BET hit up the film festival that was like, hey, we want a copy of the film. So I had to FedEx, because back then you wouldn't just WeTransfer. You couldn't just WeTransfer back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I sent them a copy of my film, and Melissa Ford actually, on a TV show called Style or something like that, they end up like highlighting me.
You talking about Honda Accord, Melissa?
Yeah. Video vixen, Mr. Dang.
That was an original Kanye. That was original Kanye.
Right, yeah, that long time ago.
You talking about the wrong one to me. I'm talking about Jadakiss. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
That's me all day.
Yeah. She did a thing. But they played clips of it then and showed me an interview on that. So it was national on my first project. So that was super cool. And I think, great deal because it was faith-based and, because I'm a black man, making a film. Yeah. So that was my first one. And I had worked on some others, and I have. Now,
how old were you when that happened?
Let me see. That was I was probably maybe like 38, maybe like 38.
Okay.
That's something close.
Only reason why I asked that is because it's never too late.
Yeah, true.
True. A lot of people think that you got to be a child star. Everybody want to be Garrett Coleman, get started, early and all that stuff. It's never too late.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of maturity in this game, because a lot of times when people start in young, they make mistakes, they're stupid, get misled all different kind of ways, don't know who they are, so they don't know which way to go. And then the process and the journey that they think they have to take is misconstrued because they see other people and they just are real gullible. So me knowing who I am, respecting myself, knowing myself, loving myself a lot more than I did, as a child, I can make smarter and wiser decisions. Understand?
Absolutely.
I mean?
And even with that, let's kind of pivot a little bit. Can you go into your mentorship and what you do on that space?
Well, I guess when it comes to mentor, I kind of pulled on a few people, back in the days, that was working in the industry. I know a person once told me, it's like, hey, Jevon, what do you want to do in this industry? I was like, well, I like to write, I like to direct, I like to act. And he was like, well, you should write and direct and act in all of your projects.
Okay.
So I set that as a goal to do, and then I had other people, that just kind of help bridge the gap, different people in the community like Sophia Nelson, William King, that just kind of linked me with people, and seeing other people do it, like Matthew Pabon, see his project, go to his movie premiere, and then be like, this is something that I can do, like it's in my wheelhouse. And then I ended up doing it, God paved the way, and I was able to do it myself, and then keep on. And I just stay active. I made it my goal to say, each year I'm going to stay active in at least a project. And that kind of blossomed into now I'm full time as an actor, writer, director, producer. So
there you go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What, let's say, for example, what to you dictates success? Are you looking to be on, let's say, Chadwick Boseman level, a Hollywood A-lister? Is that your ultimate goal? Or is it more, hey, I could still influence people locally, even though I'm working nationally? So which one would mean more to you?
Well, I mean, as far as like those things, and respect to all of those people, I think that they were great in, during their time and everything like that, and the time that continues. But me personally, I feel like, or rather I believe that, my calling is my calling, and I'm to do what I've been called to do. And if that stopped today, if it stopped tomorrow, I believe that that's a success, because I'm obedient, to my Father. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that that's success, because anything outside of that is disobedience, and disobedience to God the Father, Yah, is sin. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather do what He has called me to do. And, I'm thankful for how He graces me to continue to move on and put me on a platform to be here with Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, because this has been something that's been discussed. So this is a success, being here right now. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing a dream come true, from thought to concept to idea to now, be in front of an audience. Like, this is success.
Right.
So, I see these moments, I see these different milestones, and those are successes along the way.
All right.
For me.
Right.
I love it. I love it. And I ain't don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna let you have something.
No. Jeez. So he's pretty good.
The way because I'm a movie buff.
All right.
You found out the other day.
Tell him
Yeah.
This man
got a whole theater.
He's
got a whole theater.
Yeah, he's down with Regal.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to tell you.
They call him and tell him he can invite somebody for free.
He on the SAG commission.
Yeah.
He get them when everybody else on.
There's about 6 people in
Casual
there.
fun. You know what I'm saying?
He getting popcorn for 67 cents.
Yeah, the big one though, the big tub. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. Why? I'm here fine.
Buff is an understatement.
Yeah.
So, as being a movie buff, I do have an AMC movie pass.
All right.
And I go to the movies at least once a week, guaranteed. But what I like I'm one of those ones that I like the sound.
Yeah.
I like the way it makes me feel. The dialogue and things like that, I'm okay with that part. It has to tell a story.
Yeah.
But it's just that when that music comes in and it's like, something about to go down. It's like,
right, dramatic irony.
Yeah.
Actually, that's called dramatic irony.
So last night I was watching The Last of Us.
Okay.
And I have a saying, if it make my booty clench up in that seat, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
All right.
So when I know it doesn't happen when you're in the moment and you're making a scene, but what impresses you more? Is it the actual acting out of the scene, or is it the finished product?
Yeah. Well, for me, I like moments. I believe in life we have moments. A lot of times we recall, moments in time. Spank and I was talking about like this photo, in the back when he was playing for Dwyer. Like that's a moment. I'm sure he can recall that moment.
Yes.
Not necessarily the full game. I don't know if he remembers the score. I don't know.
Did y'all win?
Yes.
Y'all didn't win.
You remember the score? You remember the score? No. But you remember this
that
moment.
Play. You know that play.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't think I can go left.
You know what I mean? And then
I hit him with the Wu-Tang
Got him. Wu-Tang with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, like moments
are
what are important. You know what I'm saying? Like that's valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? And in movies, like these moments are important. Like I worked on set and I remember it's like, oh, when I said that line, I remember the director came in and said whatever to me. Or I remember that I did an ad lib and my person fed off of that and then it worked out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the moments. The finished product is great too.
Right.
Because it's a great thing to finish a thing. It's real hard to start. It's different levels. So different things. It's like that was like all of it is valuable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I really cherish the moments that I share on screen. Yeah. Or when I get a script, like I remember different moments during the process.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I digress.
My thing, I have a question is, what is your daily focus when it comes down to just like, see, because right now you have a job like no other. You're like considered like a top 10% of America.
Okay.
Everybody's not an actor.
Yeah.
You said you was a full-time actor.
Mm-hmm.
What is your daily like mindset? Because one, right now, I work for the people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my goal is not to work for the people.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to be a boss, not a worker.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on a whole different mindset, and you have been where I am. So explain your daily, like when you get up, like it's a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that hustle.
Okay. So like every day is different, and I'm thankful for every day. You know, I mean, you know some of the challenges that I've endured, you know, some of the life that I've led. And yes, like I was working for the city. I was working for the city of Riviera Beach, a stormwater supervisor. You know, I was, work with kids with youth empowerment. And it, like now not having that, like this is a full-on faith journey. You know what I'm saying? It's all on faith. Like a lot of people, jump out there and, want to, work in their field. And I applaud it. But at the same time, I feel like if the Father didn't call you to do it, you might not need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm at a place where I'm dependent. Like I depend, on like my next meal. I depend on my next gig. Like it's like people be talking about they self-made. Like I'm not self-made. Like I'm literally, like the clay in a potter's hand. Like literally.
Yeah.
So every day, like I get up, I'm thankful. Every day I get up, I'm grateful for my new opportunities, and my job is to not pervert it. My job is to be a good steward over it, so like some days I get up, I know that I have an audition, and this audition is my work. A lot of times people think working on a project, working on a movie, working on a commercial, working on a TV show is the work. That's not the work. The work is the audition, because if you don't do well during the job interview, you're not going to get the job. So what does it matter?
Yeah. So you talking about living every day. Check this out, folks.
Yeah.
Every day is an interview.
Every day.
Wow.
Every day.
That's faith and that's pressure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them
bills don't stop.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
Nah, we got to think like
every 30 days.
Yeah.
Every 30 days.
So within a step,
some people don't come every 30 days.
Yeah. So you talking about a person that has an interview in 30 days, maybe like 10 to 15 interviews in 30 days.
Yeah.
For funding.
Mm-hmm.
That's pressure. That's faith. That's faith. We won't say it's pressure. It's faith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you got to believe. You got to believe that you can get it. You got to believe that this role is for you.
Yeah.
And then even besides that, like, faith without works is dead. So I have faith, and I believe that, hey, I'm supposed to put out a certain amount of work. I'm supposed to book certain roles. You know what I'm saying? However, I put in my work, to study, for my role, study for my character, study about the project, research about the character, research the project, but a lot of times, like, ultimately, it's still not up to me though. You know what I'm saying? Because, what's for me is for me. So even if I put in work and I be like, yo, this role, I'm perfect for it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to book it. And then some roles, I think it'd be like, well, I'm not even this character, blah, 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 blah. I'll book it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, how in the grand design of things, that's how it works out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, because I believe that God has me out here to do this work, I feel like he's responsible for me. You know what I'm saying?
He got you.
Like you tell your son, be like, hey, run out to the car and go get my thing out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? You're responsible for his safety for going out there.
Absolutely.
You're responsible for whether or not it, is whatever you send him out to the trunk, because you might have sent him out to the trunk for a different reason, but you didn't tell him. You just told him to go out there and get whatever out of his trunk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he have to have the mind and expect that, hey, I'm going out here to get this, and I'm just being obedient to my father. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So that's my job, is to be obedient to my father. And at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I need to eat, I need, lights on, I need a roof on my head, clothes on my back.
Gas.
Need a gas. Well, I drive electric, so yeah, it's something like that. I charge for free. But I just had to throw it out there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I gas too. I gas too. But yeah, I mean, but all that, and then to take care of my kids, and then too, other people are looking at me, other people are watching me. And then I have a nonprofit, character development. So I'm like responsible for other people's kids. Like I'm responsible for y'all kids in what I do. So I have to like do right by this thing, because I can't be out here doing whatever and not being a good steward, because it's like, God ain't gonna bless mess. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be on point.
Can you repeat that for me, please?
Yeah. I say, God ain't gonna bless mess. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So I have to be on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I messed up just like everybody else, but at the same time, I have to be a good steward over what he has blessed me with, and the people that he has entrusted me to. And some of them are y'all kids, and some of them are y'all. Like some of them are adults, because I work with adults and I work with kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not just me, because God bless us to be a blessing to others, and I pray to be a conduit of blessings to bless others, because other people bless me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for my position. So that's what it is for me.
One thing, another question I have to ask you. Okay. You and I are real good friends, real dear friends. We talk a lot. And I want you to tell the people, why do your light stay on ready, and what was an example of life in the situation that you was in that makes you always ready and available? Tell the people why you always available.
Well, I mean, I'm always available because there have been some times where I didn't make the strongest decision in my career. It's been times where it's certain things that I didn't know about the industry that I had to find out, because the more you mess around, the more you find out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's a chart about it if you look it up. You know what I mean? It's like real math. There have been some times one time in particular, I was signed on to a stage play. On the stage play, I'm like, all right, I'm doing the stage play.
A little different.
It's different because I try to do like one live performance a year at least, but everything else is filmed, and I ended up booking a role on a TV show that's on HBO, on network and everything. So, and the scene with Phylicia Rashad, like,
and let the listeners, the young ones, know who
is Phylicia Rashad. Yeah, it's Miss Huxtable. Claire Huxtable, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? And, but because of me and, want to keep my word, being a man of integrity and things like that, it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm on this stage play, and opening night for the friends and family night is the same day that I'm supposed to film this show. So I didn't do the show. I declined it. I apologize, Phylicia, if ever you see it. Please accept my apology. Okay, yeah. So I didn't know any better, but at the same time, it was a lesson, and I found out it's like, this is show business. And in business, you have to do what's best, for me, because this is my individual business. So, I had to find out, it's like,
So what is your mindset now?
So my mind is I'm available. You know what I mean?
You should have shirts now that I'm
always available. You know what I'm saying? So what we have is like, hey.
Sometimes God give us a lesson, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was a lesson learned. It was a lesson learned.
Now you always available.
Always available.
Well, make it happen.
Make it happen,
Calvin. It is. Yeah. For sure.
But like you said, what's for you is for you.
Absolutely. What's for me is for me.
But
and that lesson was for me.
Yeah. When that...
Yeah.
You don't go, I think I hit a door.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on out here?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Opportunity, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, gotta open
opportunity is in disguise.
Yeah, let me tell you another thing too about opportunity and open doors. One thing that my Uncle Jamie taught me. A lot of times, you know, we be like, oh, I'm only gonna go through the doors that God opened for me, right? But you know, it's 2023. Like you go to the grocery store, like a lot of times you'll see a door closed. And you be like, oh, I'm not supposed to go through that door because that door is closed. But a lot of times you have to get closer to the door because the door has a proximity sensor. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get close to a thing for it to open up to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of where you are, where you stand and you look, it's not going to open for you. But until you take that step towards a thing, then it opens for you.
Absolutely.
Because things are
closer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But as we get into Black History Month, and you you know, by you being on Hit Cuts and Bruises, you're a big blessing to us because of the fact that we get to show the people that we're missing one of our telecast guys.
Yeah.
The hits, Timo. But he's watching, but he's with us. But one thing about it, if he was here, right here, or whatever, we all from Riviera Beach.
Yeah.
And what we want to let the parents know and the kids know, no matter where you from, no matter where you are, you still have to smash and step on opportunity. If you gotta embrace opportunity. And a lot of us as people we complain so much and we let negativity into our spirit too, that we complaining so much about negativity and the opportunity that we're not getting. We miss the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And we have to change the narrative, and we have to make bigging up one another, bigging up our brother, bigging up everything. We have to change the narrative and just have a clear mind. It's 2023. It's February. We in Black History Month. We have to change the narrative, and let's go at it a different way. We can make it happen. We all from Riviera Beach. And if you look at the news about Riviera Beach, this don't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We here. You hear all the negativity. Channel 12 ain't calling us.
They might.
Yeah.
Channel 12.
But they rather.
My number is 5674309.
Understandable.
I know it was wrong, y'all. I mean, I did it on purpose.
But they rather do a story about something else. Let's break the narrative though, because there's no way. This is our 8th, 9th show. We haven't heard from them. But if we was out knocking somebody in the head, they'd be on us first thing in the morning. So we got to keep bringing positivity. We here, this Black History Month, and he's a main thing of what we're trying to do. I mean, we coming Black History Month. This is where we from. You know what I'm saying? And we got to actually be proud of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This big kids, parents, what have you. We here. We ain't going nowhere. The last will be first. The first will be last. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
I'm going to give the Cliff Notes version of what Spank just said. We love you. We appreciate you. We're proud of you. And those are things that essentially, you know, you think about Riviera Beach history, you think about Anthony Carter, you thinking about Splat Pack, you think about Jevon White, you think about Triple J, you think about these individuals who have essentially put this city on the map. And those are things like, you know, we appreciate it. You know, I loved saying, hey, one of our best friends a rapper, y'all. You'll never guess who it is. You know, that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Spank got the same feeling when we talk about you.
Yeah.
That's my dog on TV. You know, it's like, woo-hoo-hoo. You know, those feelings basically come from a place of love. And to basically, you know, we don't know what you got coming up. You know, you don't know what you got coming up. But those are things that essentially it makes us just really excited.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, when I sent you that picture the other day, I got one of the biggest screens that you could be on.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that, you know, and kind of going into that, I'm of course the bruises of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the one
Explain that.
Well, I ask the questions that are always going to be devil's advocate.
All right.
No matter what. And these are questions that might be, somebody else might think of it, you know, but they're not going to say it. I'm going to say it. So let's say, for example, one of your roles that I absolutely love was in Thunder Force.
Mm-hmm.
Got his ass kicked.
Exactly.
Yeah, my boy got his ass kicked.
Exactly.
I don't hit girls.
She
Please
beat
don't.
your ass.
She kicked your ass.
Good. That's
So, you know, when you're reading that role, do you say, I want to be a robber? I don't want to be someone who is a negative character? Because I immediately think about movies like Hollywood Shuffle, when Robert Townsend was back in the 80s and all the only roles that were available were drug dealers, robbers, slaves. You know, do you have that challenge when you're accepting roles?
What's his name? Who you talking
Robert
about?
Townsend.
Okay, you know who he is, don't
Absolutely.
But if he don't realize who he is like you realize who he is, who is he?
Robert Townsend is a man that's is black, he's smart, he's intelligent,
he's incredible,
and he worked the system. Like I've talked to Robert Townsend multiple times. Robert Townsend, and for him to make some of the films that he made, he had to tell people that, one, he was doing a student film. For him to get away with doing, like, he legit had everybody wear a UCLA shirt, you know what I'm saying, to pull off like on site, so he didn't get messed with, because he was doing it during the time that, you know, it's like, you're not supposed to be doing this. He legit, back when people used to record on film all the time, because like now a lot of it is digital,
right?
You know, but he would ask the people, hey, can I get, like, because at the end of like a film, like let's say you have a reel, you know, like those big circular things, you know, with like film strip, that's what people used to record on,
right?
At the end of their films, it might be like
a little bit left over,
2 minutes, 4 minutes, you know what I'm saying, 6 minutes. He used to ask people, hey, can I get, you know, like those clips? And he used to make a whole film of a 2 and 6 minute clips of films.
That's incredible.
You know what I'm saying? Like, rehearse it now. We're gonna rehearse, and then we're gonna shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So Robert Townsend, to me, is brilliant.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect him. So I believe that he did what he had to do so he can do what he wants to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect it, because I understand that some people have to do certain things to make way for other people. You know what I'm saying? You have to hold the door open for some people. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me, you know, in Thunder Force Robber, I'll kind of give you the story about that. That time I was filming Dynasty in Atlanta, and I was getting ready to fly back to Florida, and I didn't really have time to film it. Like, my agent hit me and was like, yo, they want to see you for this movie. You know, and I was like, oh man, you know, my flight leaves in the morning. I'm not available to audition for it. Right?
Not available.
But my flight, now when I checked my itinerary, they scheduled me for an afternoon flight instead of a morning flight. I scheduled an afternoon flight. You know what I'm saying? But I scheduled for a morning flight, but they scheduled me for an afternoon flight. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to, you know, take the audition. So I went to audition, and I told my brother, Jarrell, you know, I was like, yo, I need you to take me, you know, to audition, right? It's like, bet, I'm going to run over here real quick, and I'll be back to get you. So I was like, all right. You know, audition, you know, it's for a set time, and it's a movie audition. So I was like, yo, you know, so it was late to pick me up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a car, you know, and then like Uber is $25 each way, but I'm thinking that he gonna show up. It's like right when I call, and then I still have to pay for the Uber. So I'm like, so I'm gonna wait. So I waited. He picked me up. He took me there. I was late. I went into the room, and I had already envisioned how I was gonna do the audition. You know what I'm saying? Then I go into the room. They're like, yeah, we don't need to see all of that. you know.
They'll cut you off.
Yeah, we don't need to see all of that. You know, just just do this, right? But at the same time, you know, also being available translate to being flexible.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, yeah, I'm willing. So, you know, so I adjusted and I did my thing. And then I left out of the room and then I went home. You know what I'm saying? And then I get a message, you know, from a manager, you know, with a deal memo, they want to book you for the boom, 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 you know, and it was surreal because the studio that we filmed it at, you know, is the same studio that my cousin, Skeeter, you know, may God rest his soul, he picked me up from the airport one time before. And then he, you know, we stopped by this restaurant. And he was like, yeah, that's where all the big movies filmed at over there. Wow. So we saw this place a year before because he passed, right? So a year later, I'm recording on this same studio, you know what I'm saying, with Thunder Force. So it's like, yes, I will do a role as a robber, you know, because I also think that it's important to be versatile. Right. So it's like I've played a robber, I've played a doctor, you know, I've played a teacher, you know, I've played, you know, different roles. Yeah, I've played a detective, you know what I'm saying? So like all of these things are important to me, you know, to be versatile and to be like, okay, I can do this, I can do that. And I show that I can do this, then that, and the third, you know? So I'm for doing certain roles, and especially because it's never about the person, but it's always about the project. Or at least that's how I feel. Like, cause even right now with Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, you know, it's like we're missing a person, but it's about the project. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he knows and respects that, and it's like, hey, you know, go ahead and work the project. Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't no love lost. That's when it's about the project. Absolutely. It's not about one person. Like he's not like, you know, oh, I can't believe y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's bigger than that when a person's heart is in the right place. So for me as an actor, my heart is in the right place for a project, and it's about the project. So I'm not really stuck on, you know, hey, I'm a robber in this movie.
I love it. And just to piggyback on, say one little part, then you go. As someone like Jeff Bezos goes in the same category as Elon Musk, you know, as these gentlemen who have way too much money and they flaunt it, and you know they're not the most popular guys. I'm not a fan of Jeff Bezos, but I'll tell you one goddamn thing. You made me fall in love with his story.
All right.
Because your character came with such positivity, and I was like, okay, I see, you know, because I saw the hustle, and I saw the grind. I saw him like, did that garage have air conditioning? Yeah. The whole time, I'm thinking the whole time, did the garage have air conditioning?
It didn't.
I know y'all want to be in the garage, but gosh damn, it's probably hot in there. Like, no, man, I don't know about that part. But those are things that those feelings come about in movies. And it's like, wow, I'm talking about for real, Jamal. I would have never watched that movie if you wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Me too.
And you know, but also I'm a movie fan.
Yeah.
It opens up doors to something that you would have probably never paid attention to or even watched. It's like, okay, well, that's not an action, it's not comedy, it's not gonna make me laugh. It's a drama, but also it's a story. And it's a story of, you know, someone who got beat down every you know opportunity that he basically had. Everybody was like, no, that's stupid. You dumb. Why would you do that? You lost all this money, you know. And it's like, well, here come Mr. Lovejoy.
Lovejoy.
You know, it's like, wow, okay.
That's his partner.
Right, you know.
Now,
did you have an opportunity to meet him in real life or talk to him, or how did you get the basis for that character?
Well, how I first of all, no, I haven't spoken to him yet.
Okay.
However, when it came to booking that role, the casting director, Ed Arenas, I worked, you know, with him a few times. You know, I had several auditions just for, you know, and I was just fresh off of an audition. I don't remember the movie, but it was something that Mario Van Peebles was directing.
Oh, classic.
And the casting director was like, yo, he is like, yeah, every time I turn on my TV, I'm seeing you on TV, you know, so it was cool. And I gave a strong and solid audition. So that was love. And A little bit later, you know, he calls me like direct on, you know, he hit my line. He's like, hey, Jevon, you know, what are you doing on the 13th through the 16th? I said, working on whatever project you have.
That's right.
Because I'm available. You know what I'm saying? I'm available. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he said, Jevon's a damn good answer.
Damn right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, yo, so, you know, there's a project, you know, working in South Florida, you know, I'll give you a little background on it. I'll give you a little background on the character. You know, need you to audition for it and let me know, you know, what you think. I'm going to send you the script. So I was like, boom, I waited for the script, got the script, I sent in my video. And actually, I'm not sure if I actually auditioned for it, but nonetheless, I booked the role, you know, so I go down, you know, the set, the director knew who I was, the writer knew who I was, and it was great. They were talking about some of the other projects, so it was love.
Okay.
So that's how that was. And my research was limited because, you know, I couldn't find much, you know, about, you know, the character that I played, you know, Nicholas Lovejoy. I didn't, you know, but I had an idea and I gave myself like backstory and I gave myself, you know, some substance to my character. So a lot of what you see in the character is what I created. And then even like some, you know, I did like some ad-libbing in there. So some of that is actually, you know, like what I came up with, you know, like, oh, I like that. Yeah, I put that raw in there. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was some of, you know, what I gave and they kept.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, you know, to work on a project like that. And you know,
it's big.
Yeah, and it was fun. But yeah, no, it was no air conditioning there. And it's like a few other things when you watch it that I know that a lot of people don't know from just watching it.
In
Colorado. Right, yeah, you know, in Colorado, Seattle, you know, Armando did this thing, and he won Best Actors Award, you know, for that project. So, you know,
congratulations, Armando.
Yeah. So, you know, it was it was good. It was a great opportunity, and I was thankful for it, and especially to be chosen for it. You know, so it was good. It was love.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. What is something that you actually like? You not necessarily got the part, but really just kicked the ass on it and like, man, if that would have went.
You
know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna give your all on everything you do, but it's more like, they just don't know.
Well, I'm gonna just give a correction. I don't necessarily give my all on every audition.
Okay.
And
what's the discern to that?
Well, let me tell you, like sometimes when I don't give my all, because like sometimes, like I've done 5 auditions in a day before.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like that's a lot to be 5 different characters,
right.
You know, then be a father, you know, then be a business owner, be a friend, be a brother, be a son. Like that's a lot. Yeah. And I don't think people realize like how much work that takes.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, it's like you can't spread yourself too thin.
Of course.
Even though I try to sometimes. Like I spread myself thin. But sometimes I'll be like, okay, you know, I'm gonna give this one 100, give this one 100, give this one 100. These two, I do them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of time when I do them, I kind of throw it away, but I'll end up booking that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know, a more authentic me in that point where it's like I'm getting it done, so I'm not overthinking. Because a lot of times, man, I overthink like my character, my process. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like sometimes it's not necessary. Like I don't need to bring all my tools to build this table. You know, it's like I don't need a screwdriver. You could use I don't need a drill.
Look, IKEA Allen wrench.
Yeah, and it's in the pack. You know what you're doing. You're showing up with.
But sometimes what happens with that is passion over succeed on our actual quests. passion is it gets misinterpreted sometimes.
Yeah.
When your passion is overwhelmed, sometimes your passion is bigger than the cast itself.
Yeah, it can.
You know what I mean? And what you do with that is you kind of like you level it. You minimize it. You know what I'm saying? And I like for example, I watched you and man, we actually watched Crackle. If anybody know Crackle is a it's an actual it's like a YouTube
streaming network.
It's a streaming network, but it's not quite like new YouTube. They actually need commercials to progress and this and that. Yeah. One thing about YouTube is like the master of all. You know what I mean? To be honest, right now. So my guy, Jevon, tells me that he's on Startup. So no matter if you get premium, what have you, you're gonna see some fucking commercials. And my wife and I, we watched Crackle. It seemed like we watched. It was what, 3 seasons at one time?
3 seasons.
3 seasons. We watched 3 seasons. We watched 3 seasons for fucking 6 months. It seemed, because they stretched it. Yeah. It really wasn't 6 months, but I'm just saying with the commercial. But my dog in that shit, and I'm watching it for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, if you never, like, I'm sure Cracker have gotten themselves together. I think you can watch it straight through. Can't no?
No, you can't. It's still commercial because it's ad supported. So Tubi, Pluto TV, Crackle, those are all streaming services that are ad supported.
I advise anybody that's watching this, Crackle with Startup. It's 3 seasons. It's a real.
I watched it on Netflix.
It's a real thing.
That's why I watched it.
Yeah, it was ranked. He actually was on Startup and
Thunder
Force at the same time ranked.
Yeah.
That's history. Let's go. Like Drake. Let's go. At the same time, it was ranked at the same time, top 10. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't beat that. I mean, but you know, one thing I can say is, no matter about this guy is crazy. I'm trying, I'm usually the wild one in this group, but I'm actually illustrating everything. He's wild today, but that's history. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say for like the kids are watching, the parents are watching, or whatever, is you actually just have to believe in God first, believe in your craft, because at the same time, you cannot move unless God is actually blowing wind through your sails.
True.
And if you have to accept that, once you accept that, sky's the limit.
You got that right.
Sky's the limit. And this guy here is a prime vessel of everything that, you know what I mean, that's possible. You know what I mean? And everything that's a slow process don't feel good. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't know, like, maturity and change in life and stuff like that. That stuff don't feel good. Because what you're doing is transformation. Transformation don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? When you transformation, the origin of that, I'm very intelligent. The origin of that is transforming. Transforming does not feel good because you're coming from something else to another, and it don't feel good. If you ever see that cliche of Incredible Hulk gets mad,
painful,
and it's just painful. He goes from a puny, scrawny guy to busting out his clothes to big as hell, angry as hell, but it makes it because it's transformation. So don't be afraid to transpire with your transformation, because it's being uncomfortable. It's what God has for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
True.
Absolutely. I know this guy, so I can say this. You know what I'm saying? He's a prime man. I see it all the time, man. Definitely.
So the other day I was listening to a podcast. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. Love y'all.
Yeah, Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne,
yes.
DJ Envy, Angela Yee. I know you already don't split from them, but way up with Angela Yee. She doing her thing. So They were interviewing Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner was stating that he was going out for the role of Theo, but he wasn't supposed to get the role. Carl Anthony Payne was supposed to be Theo.
Cockroach
was supposed to be Theo. And he was saying that caused a rift. You know, they basically, you know, kind of went back and forth the whole time they was filming. Because Carl Anthony Payne, he was like, this mine. Nobody know what this dude is, you know? And that made me automatically think, have you ever been in a situation like that? Not necessarily that you got a role over someone else, but maybe you were the Carl Anthony Payne role, where you lost out on the role, but you got another role. Does jealousy come into play? Does, you know, thinking that you're not necessarily thinking you're better than somebody, but do you ever have those feelings that I could have done a better job than the person?
Of course, it's natural.
Well, I do feel like I could do a better job than a person sometimes, but it's not always like the best actor for a role.
Okay.
You know, it's not always the case. And a lot of times, like, people get set on that. I'm not set on that. Like, I realize something that's a little bit different because Carl Anthony Payne was more trained as an actor than Theo. Like, Carl Anthony Payne had a resume longer than Theo. But ultimately, again, being for the project, you know what I'm saying? If me being Cockroach is going to serve this project greater, I mean, because, you know, Carl Anthony Payne, like, he's working on Dylan right now, you know, which is Tyler Perry and Nickelodeon, you know, joint venture, you know, which, you know, my guy Hero from, you know, Emmett Hunter, you know what I'm saying? Addy, you know, which part?
Hero.
Oh, Hero is my friend Emmett Hunter. His son name is
That's
Hero.
the guy I met.
Yeah.
Cool guy,
yeah,
and I see him doing some. He's doing some big things right now.
Yeah, doing big.
What's up, Emmett?
I
met him. He's in startup.
Yeah. Well, no. Jared is in startup.
Jared.
Jared.
My bad. Same thing, but Jared is doing good.
Jared is killing it. Yeah. He's just on TV One.
Absolutely.
You know, had a project this week.
Jared.
Shout out, blessings, King.
I remember y'all come to the barbershop.
Right. Came to the barbershop.
That was big. That was big, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and like Jared has helped me out in my career. Emmett has helped me out in my career. AJ Straws has helped me out in my career. Like when other people wouldn't help me, because I would ask people for help. Like nobody would.
Explain that to the inspiring actor, or not even just the inspiring actor, but the person that doesn't realize that real life stuff happen in everything we do.
Yeah, like it like a lot of times people, you know, think that, you know, again, talking about the jealousy, people a lot of times will feel threatened, you know, by you because they see your potential. Because a lot of times the enemy sees certain things about you that you might not even see.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And will try to hush you, will try to quiet you, you know, from getting to your next level and getting to your next blessing. But these brothers that I just named, they wasn't like that. Like they didn't have that in them. Like they was like, bro, this is what you do. Bro, this is an opportunity. Bro, let's take a look at your stuff. Nah, bro, let's make these changes. You know, and these are people that have helped me out like in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for it. And they still help me out, you know, in the industry. Like, you know, Jared and I talk still. Emmett and I talk still. You know, AJ, like we messaged, you know, recently, or not, but last year, you know, on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So, like these people, like have been a blessing. But I've been on set and seen other brothers who are like, oh, okay, bro, I see, bro, how you get lines in this? Yeah. You know, and then people wouldn't tell me. People wouldn't tell. Yeah, people wouldn't tell me agents or anything like that, and just left me to figure it out. You know, and then me not being and that was a blessing too, because they could have led me the wrong way. Straight. Yeah, they could have led me the wrong way. Oh, go talk to him and tell him that, you know, and then put me on some other stuff. But you know, and because of that, it like I offer myself to people. And like I said, I started a nonprofit, you know, it's called Character Development. It's character with an
Put it
A.
out there, that's right. Let them know.
Character development instead of character with an ER, you know, is actor, like it's character, CHAR, actor, ACTOR, development.
That's really
because it's like to help, like character development, like in life, like personal development,
and
also
one
character
thing I can tell you
development for like your character too, as an actor too.
From hits, cuts, and bruises, man. Anything that we can do as a company of platform to help that character in your nonprofit, whatever.
I appreciate
we in.
I appreciate it. 5, 6,
right,
1.
Bruises.
Oh, you come on now.
And one thing about the hits, 2 against 1. That's what we always say. You see that, Timo?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, but it's love though. So so that's what I'm on, man, and sewing into other people's lives. Like I teach camps like over the summer, with the city of Riviera Beach, and other people like even like Honor You in New York.
Yeah.
So I work with like students, I work with kids, I work with adults, you know what I mean? So, it's something that I do to kind of pour back in. So, Hov did that, so hopefully we don't have to go through that. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
What I'm on. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. And one thing I can say is our little town that we're from Riviera Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
And we actually and we have one exit.
Yeah.
We have a lot of athletes. We have Anthony Carter. We have Devin Hester. We have Johnny Dixon. Yeah. We have Anthony Goldwire. We have
Lear
Goldwire. We have like a lot of basketball stars. And what we want to say is we want to shine a light on something that's bigger than athletics. Because one thing about it is, we all talk about a bag. We always talk about this and that. One thing we have to do is we have to change the narrative. The narrative is we want change. You know what I'm saying? Anything positive, we want change. If it's in sports, if it's in acting, it's in whatever, we want change. And we would take all positivity for our time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with our cast, we got like with our telecast or whatever, we have like a big time freaking DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like really, like he's like big time. Like he can go make it. Like,
stay booked
anyway.
He can make it anyway. I'm talking about with the digital situation and stuff like that. He can make it anywhere. So what I'm trying to tell anybody that's watching is it don't matter where you from or whatever. It's about where it's intended to touch and reach. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be actually selfish. When I say selfish, you can never do anything in it. You can't ever be in it for monetary gifts, monetary things or whatever. It has to be about touching the next one, so the next one can touch the other one. True. And we can make it happen. Riviera Beach, Palm Beach County, 561, 568, whatever you want to call it. Riviera. We are a platform. We're gonna be in your ear so much till we're gonna let you know that we're more than what you hear. You're saying we're more than the negativity, the negative press that you hear. You know what I'm saying? We're here to put down your throat of the good things until the fact that you will put into our kids. You know what I'm saying? You will put into our neighborhoods like we're trying to express to you guys that we have it. It's here. Yeah. Talent is here. The positivity is here. But the narrative is up to us to let y'all know that we have it here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about it. And we're very proud on Hit Cuts and Bruises. We have Jevon White. And I know everybody's like Googlers, Googlers, Google specialists. Google is man.
IMDB.
He's legit. IMDB. He's
whole page.
I mean, he's been doing it for a very long time. And one thing about it, if you believe in God, you're never discouraged.
Ever.
You're never discouraged. You know what I'm saying? And if he was discouraged, his portfolio wouldn't be as long as it is now. You know what I mean? And another thing I want to say is we gotta do a better job and just believing in each other and understanding. Let's make it cool again to big up each other.
Yeah.
Let's make it cool again to let support one another. Let's make it cool again if you supporting a black business, believe in their price and believe in what they're doing for you. It's legit enough. Let's make it cool again to just let's make Black Wall Street again. Let's make it cool enough for all that. We can do that. We spend the most money of anyone.
Big time.
Any race in the world, and we don't have that much. We're gonna rob Peter to pay Paul, but we're gonna buy that Gucci shirt. We're gonna buy those names and stuff we can't explain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna buy it.
Pass that for Sage.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pass that for Sage. You know what I'm saying?
Balangata.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
That Balangata.
Yeah. So let's just make it cool though. We can do it together. I mean, every time we say we're not gonna spend money today to show a point and make a point and stand up, we don't. For some reason, something in us like we're not as one. You know what I mean? We still have police brutality going on. That's one thing why we here is still Black history. You know what I mean? We still, the last situation, it was terrible. Same thing, you know what I mean?
We're going to do a separate show about that.
Yeah, but we have to let them know.
We can still gonna let Jevon shine on this one.
Yeah, but absolutely. Because we can go on.
We can go on about that.
You're right. I'm glad you kind
of.
Yeah, you glad, you know what I mean? But this, you know what I mean? Hey, let's shine a light on stuff that deserve to be shined.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you see negativity, let's try to dig deep and still shine a light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Anything you have to say as far as your future endeavors, what you like to see for our town, anybody you want to put on a spot that they you think will be nice, because nobody should be doing nothing. It will be nice if they support, and there's some people around here holding positions and it would be nice because nobody should do anything. Your heart should beat, but you got high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So it's some complications.
Now, after you answer that, I got one last question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, but is anything in your heart that you want to say that, because, I mean, we're reaching some people now. Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, we are actually we're reaching. We on all the major networks or whatever, but anything that you would like to say that hinders your heart, that's something that you would like to say to the people that, hey, let's start a trend. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Hey, trust me. I told you my testimony. I'm here on faith. Listen to me how I roll. What you think? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a few things, I guess. I would like to highlight Hits, Cuts, and Bruises. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Appreciate it.
I mean, because you guys are given a platform, to allow me to share with people that I probably wouldn't bump into, like to hear a story. They might see a commercial, might see a movie, might see a television show, but to actually, hear some of the things that you guys have me sharing, it's just different. So, I'd like to highlight you guys, and I pray that you guys continue to grow and to widen your platform.
Support.
Most definitely. You already know it's there. You know what I mean? That y'all enlarge your territory, because that's like something serious that's needed, because, one of the things you know, that Yah said is just like the goal, ye therefore and teach all nations. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like he favors getting the word out. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And you guys getting positivity out there and, you know, changing the narrative that a lot of people, you know, have as the stigma of Riviera Beach, the stigma that people have as black people, the stigma people have as black men, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like to big y'all up, you know, because y'all are here, you know, doing that. Because, you know, everybody isn't. Like some people using their platform for other things to talk about other things, you know, or to think that they're talking about other things, but don't really have the sustenance to do so, you know. So
it's like, a lot.
Yeah. So, you know,
I call it unnecessary win. Unnecessary win. One thing is unnecessary win is in Florida, we used to unnecessary win because the meteorologists would tell us that it's going to be 7 degrees today, prevailing westerlies, clouds, cirrus stratus clouds. And,
the cirrus and the stratus, cumulus clouds. You know what I mean?
But when we wake up in the morning, it's totally different. So watch out for those people. Yeah, I got you. The bruises. Yeah, you did. I've been doing my homework. I'm sharp today. Look at it. You got it. So what you do for those type of people?
but also another thing that you know, with like some of the other people, because I'm thankful that I have been interviewed on a few, you know, local news stations, you know, like Gary Datman, you know, he came out, he got one of my stories first when Netflix was number one. Thunder Force was number one on Netflix, you know, and I was able to talk about startup and, you know, a few other things. But now there are new projects that are out, you know, so, you know, I'm thankful for that. You know, Deborah Hall, you know, is another person that, you know, has, you know, did her job to put good information out there, you know, and then even have books, you know, and I think she's on maybe she's on her 4th volume of books and of pioneers that people have done, you know, in the city of Riviera Beach, you know, and that's just, that's just, you know, worth commending, you know, her for that. And so many other people, you know, like Shanitra Moore, you know, she just had, you know, with She Holdings, you know, just had me on a calendar, you know, for, you know, some of the people doing positive things in the community, you know, for this year's calendar. You know, I'm in the month of July, just throwing it out there. So, yeah.
July 13th, my birthday. You know. You said Deborah Halls, right? Yeah. Shout out to Deborah.
She just had a birthday too.
Hey, happy birthday, Deborah. She usually highlights my dad during Black History Month. Nice. So love your dad and miss you. You know, Gerald Adams, y'all who don't know, but definitely Black History for Riviera Beach.
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah, Johnny Murphy too. His soul too. It's my father. You know,
hey, Johnny Murphy. Y'all got 2 dads. My dad gone too.
Right.
We all got that in common.
Yeah. But and another thing that I like for us to do, you know, as a people, you know, I think it's important, you know, for us to, like you say, to show love and to big up one another, because a lot of times we don't. And I know like a lot of the culture has influenced, you know, us and so many, you know, younger people to do the opposite, you know, teach, you know, things other than love, you know, and to love yourself and to love your neighbor and to love your friends. You know, it's like, you know, guys a lot of times like mean mug for no reason. And it's like, you know, they're setting things like in the like a negative vibration. And what comes with that negative vibration, what comes with a mean mug are things that follow, because sometimes, you know, people I want to meet you with the energy that you met me with, you know what I'm saying? But
we don't know each other.
Yeah, right. We don't know it, you know, but darkness can't drive out darkness. Hate can't drive out hate. Only love can. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So if we take, you know, a real challenge and be like, you know, this person met me with a frown, I'm gonna meet him with a smile.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it will win.
And it will win, you know, because a lot of times, like what we teach, each other and what we teach our kids, you know, is like to go out and get as many women as you can, you know what I'm saying, and fight as many dudes as you can, you know, but it's like, that's not necessarily the way to go. But, you know, if we chose to do something different, we'll get different. So if we first learn to love ourselves, respect ourselves, then we can love and respect our neighbors. Then we could learn to love and respect like our parents, our mothers, you know, which is our first love, our first woman that we fall in love with. Then we'll learn how to love the woman that we're dating, the woman that we're seeing, our look, you know, to aspire to meet, you know what I'm saying? And if by chance she's doing the same thing with loving and respecting herself and her parents, like imagine that kind of relationship versus having a bunch of women out there that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but society and the culture and music and movies, they teach something different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that I would like for us to do. I mean, I'm trying it right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm raising 3 black men right now.
There you go.
I have a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, and an 18-year-old. So I'm trying something different as I pour into them, so they can go out and be a greater man for, you know, their family, for their business, for the company they work for, like, or whatever.
4 or 5 when you had them kids, man.
You got 4 or 5 what?
You were 4 or 5 years old when you had the kids.
Damn. I'm looking at this guy like fucking 17. Whoa, he had to be like Benjamin Button. He was fucking 5 years old. I couldn't let that go. I said I was going to be on my best behavior because it's my boy. What the fuck? How that happen?
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody was doing something real different. And the lights go off, this boy got freaky dicky time. He was too little.
I'm saying.
5 years old, he got that.
Hey, but what happens in the bedroom?
Hey,
yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah. You get it right with one person, the bed is under fire. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're hearing the realness.
You got,
Jeez. You got a guy that looked a day over 27, and he's talking about he have a 17 and a night. Wait a minute.
I got more gray in my beard than both these boys. You know what I'm saying? So,
boy,
I got more gray in
I got a gray pro plan. That means that I choose not to show it. It's a pro plan. Like a pro puppy plan. I have a gray plan. It's bigger than this.
I'm just saying.
Trust me.
But those are things that I would like to see.
Yeah.
And then also in business, a lot of times, man, people think that we are our own competitors, but we're not. Like, we're really not.
Everybody can win.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
I'm just saying,
win,
like I just went to go get a COVID test for a job that I have on Wednesday. And it's literally a CVS across the street from Walgreens. Both of them are in business.
They are winning. Both of them.
Both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Not
so when
both.
it comes, both of them. You know what I mean? So
BOFE.
Both of them.
So when it comes to like business, like it's okay to help your brother. I ain't saying you got to give them all your secrets. You know what I'm saying? But you're not in competition with your brother. Like, we're not. And it's enough money out there to go around. Like, it really is. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that I would like to see. Like how my brother showed me love, you know what I'm saying? Emmett, Jared, AJ in the industry as an actor. Like, bro, like, we need to do that in business because, like you said, like, the buying power that we have as African Americans,
ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say as black people because, you know, it's not like Caucasian American or whatever, but you know, as black people, just say as black people, the buying power that we have, and then it's like, a lot of times we separate, you know, if a person is Jamaican, Trinidad, or whatever, it's just dropped off at a different island than we were. You know what I'm saying?
Disclaim your black skin.
Cut that out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even our Haitian brothers.
Like it ain't about that.
Y'all join us.
We come together, you know, we can do some damage out here.
We're so strong. It's so much more of us than we actually give ourselves credit for.
Sure no.
Yeah.
I mean, and one thing about it, like, it's not a competition.
It's not.
But we in a situation right now, it's imperative that we show our face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that solidarity is serious.
Yeah. We here.
Solidarity is serious.
You know what I mean? We here. You know what I'm saying? And we at a point right now is hey, we got millionaires now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
billionaires.
And billionaires. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm one of them. Not yet. I'm one of them, though. I'm just speaking it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
speaking.
saying? I'm one of them.
I believe.
Speaking.
And then, the ones I know, can I get $5?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
Let me get $10.
If you hit that lottery, all I want is $5. I am that person.
I'm going to put a couple zeros on that.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm telling you what I want. Now what you got to give me.
One thing,
$5.
the type of guy I am, man, affiliation is everything, man.
Yeah.
You've been affiliated with me through the struggle, through the times that you don't want to talk to me or call me.
When the
I
car
win that money.
If you was with him when the car ain't had the windshield wipers, you are down.
That's
like
another show.
Flat tires.
That's another show.
Yeah.
Go back and watch that on episode 3.
Yeah. But affiliation is everything. And people it's so crazy these days. Like, us as a culture, we're like more close to unbloodly types than blood.
Yeah. Everybody your cousin. Technically.
It's sad, but I'm not the only one that understand. A lot of people don't know how to interpret things. Like right now, we are in the podcast business, the acting business or whatever, so we can interpret things in a way that wordplay or whatever can get the word out. But it's crazy to the point that I feel more comfortable with friends sometimes than family. But it's okay, because one thing about God is God going to replace the people in your life that you need to get by. He's not in the business of missing a void. He's in the business or filling the void for you.
You got that right.
You know what I'm saying? So us as people understand that. So when he moved, when people supposed to be in place in the way, God step up and move in. So I understand that.
Even with that, because we got to wrap it up. We got to send you home. So this last question, one last question. There's been a lot of remakes. So House Party just came out. I was kind of upset. It was only in the movie theaters for 2 weeks here in West Palm Beach. That's some bullshit, AMC. I don't like that. Get them more time, because I didn't get the chance to see it. But if you were to remake a movie, which one would it be? And would you, this choice, you have to choose the one that you would not only star in, produce, and direct. So your reputation on the line, your money on the line, and your skills on the line. So which movie would you remake?
That's tough.
The movie.
That's the Bruises.
If I could.
You.
And I had full backing.
You could be Denzel too.
I had full backing.
They already doing Equalizer 3.
I had full backing. What I would do, I would redo, and not that anything was wrong with the first one.
No, hell no.
Not that anything was wrong with the first one.
Unapologetic. You from Riviera.
All right.
We don't care about that.
What I would do if I was charged to write, direct, and star in.
And produce.
And produce.
Gotta put that money up.
And produce.
Yeah.
It would be the movie starring John Travolta, Nicolas Cage.
Whoa!
Called Face Off.
Yeah.
Incredible movie.
Yeah.
And I never would have thought you'd have said that.
Yeah.
Yes. Face Off was incredible.
Yeah.
So now that we got you wide open and shit like that.
Yeah.
Who would be your replacement characters?
Well, because I would have to star.
No, you're gonna be him.
I would have to star.
You're gonna be him.
But which one are you?
You're gonna be him.
Well,
which character?
I could be either one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because
who would be your contact?
Well, let me just tell you. This shit get
crazy
now.
It's getting crazy
because the complexity of choosing to be like John Travolta's character, acting as Nicolas Cage characters, but really John Travolta, but he's still John Travolta.
Right.
But he's Nick. Oh my God. But he's the character that was written. Like, yo, like that. Oh my God.
Incredible movie.
Like, that is crazy.
Matrix.
That is crazy to me. That is crazy.
That choice
Yeah,
is
I mean,
incredible. Choice.
yeah, like that
but
would.
still, you gotta hold your feet to your fire.
Who's
Who's playing the opposite character?
Oh, the opposite
Yeah,
character.
come on now.
Opposite character. Opposite character.
And it has to be someone that's well known.
You know,
And it's Black History Month.
you know who would make sense.
Okay.
Who would make sense? Because one, I haven't seen him in any feature films.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
because and I would want to choose an American actor. How Hassanever.
Yeah, that's
I would
that's the origin of it.
actually choose, you know, because like it brings more of a dynamic. I would choose Idris from Snowfall.
James St. Idris.
Yeah.
game change.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, he has a certain appeal.
Absolutely.
He's a different age range than I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He would offer something different. And he also has an accent when he speaks in his natural accent.
Habitat,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So that would make it a little bit different and more challenging. You know what I'm saying? To play that character.
When would it be a time that you're actually giving them your Riviera Beach accent?
I mean, that would
have to do that.
Yeah, like that.
That would be on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you give us a British accent right quick before we close out?
Let me see. I don't know. Let me see.
He got it. Trust me.
Give me a bit of time, because
He got it. He got it. I know he got it. A bit of time.
you know,
He got it, boy. I already know.
yeah, but yeah, I will mess with that.
Like this, then. Do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you close the show out
All right.
in that British accent.
Damn.
But no, I'd rather not. I'd rather not, because it's
This your show.
Yeah, this was it's your show.
No.
I mean,
No.
But it was just about much more than
Okay.
You know, 'cause it's like we just
feel
letting
you.
it a little.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, because I think that, you know, some of the key things, you know, about this show, you know, is, you know, like the representation from Riviera Beach and how we've been highlighted.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Black history.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes,
I think
yes.
those things are more, you know,
Important right now.
important right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel
Boy,
yeah,
we was ready.
That'll be
Boy, that Bruises.
that'll be on your
Yeah,
next one.
yeah.
That'll be on your
That's
next one.
Bruises.
You know, don't be surprised you see me and probably be like, he did that. That's for the, you know what I mean? You know, because I am working on something, you know, but it's not, you know, British accent, but it's gonna be some
Swahili?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
You know,
okay. He can't
like
tell us yet.
I mean, I
He
know,
would've
I
told
know a little
us.
bit.
And one thing I can say
Yeah.
about this guy, man, he keeps the secret, man.
He
Because because when Jeff Bezos came out, I'm like, fuck, bro, you on every scene. And he looking at me like, yeah, I had to keep that a secret. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I'm in that bitch like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking love joy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's the hard, I think that's a hard thing about being an actor too.
Yeah.
Me, shit.
You be telling everybody?
My whole clan to be knowing every word for word when that bitch
Make
come
sure you
out.
don't tell nobody.
No.
Let me
You know
see
what
the
I'm saying?
size. Let's see the
Yeah.
script, so you know.
Watch when I do this.
Yeah, you already
That's
knew.
35,
Nothing is a
95 right
yeah.
there. Feel for your mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Over them.
go ahead and close us out.
All right. Well,
Because you know, you actually, you know.
all right. Well, thank you so much for having me. You know, I appreciate y'all boys. Let me get some. You know what I mean?
Later.
Just bringing the, you know what I'm saying, the Black History band on it.
Unity.
Yeah. I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He here for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
shit.
DJ Timo.
Bum, 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 bum. Light top.
Hits, cuts, bruises.
Yes.
I thank you all for having me. I really do, because this has been something that we have discussed in the past, and it's here.
Time.
And then it's like y'all not, just speaking about the typical, and some things that actually matter, to the people. So,
right.
And I thank you all for considering me to be a person that matters,
Yes,
and what I have to offer. So thank you all. And again, man, I pray much success, blessings to you all, good health, prosperity and wealth to you all, the family, and may y'all legacy continue along with the viewers that are out here. Thank you so much for taking the time. You could have been in any place in the world, but you're here with us.
Right here.
Yeah. So thank you. Like, share, comment, at Hits, Cuts, Bruises, Instagram, Facebook, at Jevon White, Jevon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instagram, Facebook, name it, go on IMDB.
Tell her how we talking to Rob.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y'all ready what it is, y'all mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Old school players and new school
fools.
Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in.
That's right.
Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, turn that alert button on so you see the next episode.
That's
right. It's not just about me, but it's about thee and what they share. Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah. Hits, cuts, bruises. Bars.